Yo, YouTube is Anarchist of Darkness, also known as Sir Kinson of Colorstruck. I'm here to talk with you guys about depression. Now, me as a black male in America veteran, I've dealt with depression pretty much my whole life. For most of my life, from about the time I was, I don't know, 6, 7, I think. I remember just being really, really sad and not want to ever do anything unless my dad wanted to do something, and then when we would spend time together, that would make me feel a whole lot better. But a lot of times that didn't happen. I didn't grow up with my mom. I never had a mom. Anytime I saw a kid with their mom, whether a boy or girl, I would get really depressed. Like, damn, why they got their mom? I don't have a mom. Um, I've been depressed for a really long time, and that came to a head when I went into foster care when I was about 12, 13 years old, 13, 14 years old. And a year in, I ended up being super depressed, and I would have blackout moments. Now, blackout moments is, a lot of people talk about blackouts when they drink, or some people get so drunk that they black out, they don't remember anything. I would get so angry that or so depressed that I would black out and I don't know what happened. I would wake up in a spot that was creepy. One time I blacked out in a fight. I woke up on top of a guy with my nose bleeding, and I was beating the crap out of his head like this. One time I woke up, I had pushed my foster mother,
There will be a
and the
fire drill
horror
at
in her
158. Please
eyes,
make sure students have their coats on.
told me everything. Apparently I just pushed her. A lot of times I just blacked out, and I don't remember what happened the night before. I don't remember what I did. One time I ran out the house almost ass naked. I was apparently, and depression can do this to you. Like, I would black out. The reason why this happened is because while I was a child, I grew up with my dad. My dad he wasn't really, you have to be a man. So he oppressed my feelings. And not only that, I watched as men would oppress their feelings, so I felt as a man that that's what I needed to do. I oppressed my anger, my sadness, everything up into a little bottle, up until the point where it came to the spilling point and my body couldn't handle it, my brain couldn't handle it no more, so I would just black out and I had no control over myself or my body. We as a community, black people, veterans, black men, we need to stop that. We need to stop that with our children. We need to stop that with ourselves. You need to stop and get help, some type of help, clinical help. If you have to get a therapist, get some help. That's what I did. I had a therapist. I was forced, actually, the foster system forced me to get a therapist. I didn't really enjoy it, but it helped to an extent. It also woke up a whole lot of old memories that I had suppressed as a child. And those came back, and those were part of the reason why I was the way I was, why I was so angry. And every once in a while, I'll still go see a therapist because I need to talk to somebody. Because every once in a while, because I have clinical depression, so every once in a while, I'll just be sad for no reason, or I'll get really angry for no reason. Like, oppressing yourself, or oppressing your feelings, or oppressing your emotions, I'm pretty sure if you look it up, if you do it long enough, it will mess up the brain, the chemistry in your brain. That's part of the reason why I'm probably always that's why I'm clinically depressed. Every once in a while, depression hits me and I can't do nothing. It's almost crippling, especially when I have the anxiety. The depression and anxiety at the same time is the worst. We as people, we need to take mental health serious. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I saw the video with Kanye West talking to Donald Trump. They had some type of meeting, and Kanye West was just standing there looking kind of crazy. It's not because of his hair; he's just looking like almost stoic. And that's usually, I guess, that's still a Kanye thing, but I think there's something going on with him mentally that he needs to handle. 11 days in a psychiatric institute is not going to help you. You need a little more than that. You need deep therapy, psychotherapy, if you're going to get any better. If there's something really wrong with Kanye West, we need to take the mental health serious, because what's happening a lot of the times is when we wonder why some of these boys and all these murders are happening. It's because, one, whole system in play for them to turn out the way that they turn out. But there's also another system, a patriarchy, that tells a lot of the boys, at least from black males, from our perspective, we can't be weak, we can't cry, we can't do none of these things. But being angry is okay, and being a gangster is okay. So when they lose their shit and they decide they're gonna do something, the first thing they do is they jump to their first conclusion and they start shooting and killing people. And that's why we have some of the issues we have with some of the violence with the males in our community, because we oppress them. We teach them that being emotional is bad. So, guys, I really want you guys to sit back and find a way to combat or cope with your depression, cope with your mental illness, cope with it. It's okay, because we're human beings. While we were made to believe that human beings are perfect, we are not perfect. We're not by any means perfect. If we were perfect, there wouldn't be wars. Emotions wouldn't be a thing. Like, we're not perfect human beings. Everybody's brain works and functions a different way. Everybody's brain chemistry works a different way. That's why we have bipolar people and Asperger's and all these other things that's wrong with your brain. But my black people, my black males, veterans, we need to take precaution, because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to keep oppressing yourself and you're going to reach a boiling point where you become crazy. Or you might have already become crazy and you don't even know it, right? Not crazy. The word isn't crazy. The word is abnormal, I guess. You would become, you can't think straight. Or maybe you even use substances, illegal substances or illegal substances, to cope with these emotions, these feelings. You know, a lot of people drink to drink away their pain. Some people smoke away their pain, shoot up their pain. You know, we gotta get away from that, because that's what's killing our community. Was unfortunately, that's what's killing us off. We have to be able to come clean with ourselves. We always talk about being 100. How about you be 100 with your mental illness? If you don't be 100 with your mental illness, well, something will happen to you. It's almost inevitable. You will not be able to hold, nobody is able to hold in all of that pain and that emotion their entire life. Because eventually, at some point, there's going to be a boiling point and something's going to happen. And that's part of the reason why a hell of a lot of us end up in prison. Because we spend our whole life thinking that it's weak to be depressed. And then when it happens and we oppress it, and at the final, when you reach that boiling point, I know I keep repeating that, but that's been so important in my life. I hit a boiling point, to the point where now, like I said, depression hits me and I am crippled. So I just wanted to open it up and say that, you guys, we need to take it serious. If you see your babies are depressed, if your babies don't have a dad, or if your babies are suffering from something happened to them, something traumatic, maybe they need a therapist. No, they're not just going to get over it. Maybe they need somebody to talk it out, a professional. We have to start doing that. I know we don't got the money. A lot of the black community don't have the money, but we have to find some way, somehow. If it's a group, if it's basketball, if it's a sport. Like me, I lift weights. I'm a wrestler. I do art. I do everything under the sun, because I can't be stagnant. Okay? And I don't run away from my depression. When I need help, I go get help. When I feel it, when lifting weights is not helping for me, when art is not helping for me, if writing is not helping for me, I go out and find some help. We need to start learning how to do that, because if we don't, what's going to happen is you're going to reach that boiling point and something bad is going to happen. All right. Take your mental illness serious.